Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Asterisk knee braces available at RevZilla.com. So, it took me crashing a Royal Enfield Himalayan, smashing my knee, and not being able to ride a motorcycle for 6 to 8 weeks, according to the doctor, to realize that maybe it's time to start looking at some knee braces. So, the reason that you're looking at upgrading from a knee guard to a knee brace is you're taking your riding to the next level. And that knee guard is great for providing impact protection. So if you go down and you smash that knee, it reduces the amount of force transmitted back to the bone. What it does not do is it does not protect against rotational forces, forces that could tear your ligaments, your ACL, your MCL, which will require painful surgery to get you back on track. So that is why you're considering a knee brace, because a knee brace will actually help to reduce and protect you from those rotational tears. Now, we took a look at a variety of different knee braces. We took a look at the pods, we took a look at the Leits, we took a look at the Mobius, and now we're going to break down the Asterisks. Now, the reason that I say this is because it is important for you to consider all the different options available to you. So take a look at those other 3 videos as well as the Asterisk video, or the Asterisk video. I'm going to say this name wrong so often throughout this video. It's Asterisk. Because with this is your Cadillac of knee braces. This is the top of the line, and that's assuming that we're talking about a 1960 era's Cadillac, when Cadillac was the pinnacle of class and refinement. And we're going to call these the Cadillacs because you are looking at maximum adjustability, you're looking at maximum protection, and you're also looking at just the overall design of how these are going to protect you in the event of a crash. Now, really what we're talking about across the board for knee braces is getting the fit right first and foremost. So when we're looking at the fit for this, you have sizes which range from small up to an extra large. Now these are going to work better as long as you don't have very large, bulky thighs or knees. Now I've got larger thighs. I was able to use the Ultra cells if I remove the inner padding around the hinges. That's where it fit me best. But really, if you've got extremely large legs, they're not going to go up to a 2XL. That's the one thing where I wish there was one size larger with these. Now there's 2 different options. There are the Cell and the Ultra cell. The Cell is going to be the red one on my right-hand side, and the Ultra cell is going to be on the left-hand side. And we'll discuss the differences throughout the course of this video. But you're looking at around a $100 difference in price point. You're looking at around the $670 mark for the Cells, and if you bump to the Ultras, you're around the $760 mark. So there is around a $100 difference in price. But again, we'll get to the differences in what you can expect for each, but this is an investment. This is for a pair, so that price is including both the left and the right. But again, these aren't cheap options. Where you're looking at knee guards, which are typically around $120 to $140 for a pair, this is definitely a huge step up in wanting to make sure that your leg is going to be protected in the event of a crash. So, sizing for both the Cell and the Ultra cell is going to be the same. Like we said, small to extra large. To measure for this, you want to go ahead and you want to wrap a tape measure around the circumference of your knee. So again, around the circumference of your knee, and then match that up with the size chart. Sizing is true to size. So as long as you're using that size chart, you shouldn't have any surprises with how these are going to fit you. Now, the one thing that I will say as we work through this is that if you go to Asterisk's site, they actually have a phenomenal video showing you exactly how to size and fine-tune everything here. What we're going to break down is the features, but if you want a detailed breakdown as to how to actually size this up and get this fit once you purchase one, they have a fantastic video walking you through all the different adjustments and how you would make them. So speaking of those adjustments, let's start off with the Cell. The construction on these are both going to be the same. It's a carbon fiber epoxy for the main backbone with this, and then you're going to have TPU, which is your CE rated protection, to actually protect any impact at your knee. But the adjustments is going to vary. So you have adjustments in these steel lines that are going to run across the top as well as the bottom for this. And then in the box, you will have both an Allen key as well as a hex key screwdriver to make all the fine-tune adjustments that you might need. The one thing that is going to set Asterisk apart, as you are working your way through the adjustments, you're going to have one line that adjusts across the top, one line across the bottom, and then you're also going to have some Velcro adjusters that will allow you to fine-tune the exact fit. And then you're also going to be able to adjust for how much hyperextension is going to be in this. So Joe, go ahead and face sideways for me. And just go ahead and strike the riding position, get the crouch down there. And you'll notice you have a dual hinge system on either side. And what's really interesting about this is not only can you adjust for how much hyperextension you have in the closed position, but then you're also going to be able to notice that there's some flex built in here. So if you're looking at this from a front-on position, you're actually going to have flex between the top and the lower half, which is the regular amount of flex you would have in your knee. So this helps to align your knee up. So it's going to be, the bottom half kind of curves out a little bit, and that's going to work to really fine-tune how this fits. So you get an absolute articulated fit. This is the closest you can get to a custom knee brace without going full-on custom as far as knee braces are concerned. Joe, you can go ahead and just stand up straight for me. Now what you'll notice as you're working your way down the back straps in this, and Joe, go ahead and face backwards, is that you're going to want to make sure that you follow the instructions and adjust each strap perfectly. So when you do your measurement, you want to do your measurement as you're standing up. So you want to measure standing straight around the knee. When you're actually trying them on, you want to get down in the seated position, you want to fit them over top of your knee, and the first strap that you want to actually strap down is the one right above the calf. And you want to make sure that this locks the brace into place at the very top of your calf. You don't want it to slide down. Once this one's locked into place, flex your knee, move the brace back and forth and make sure it fits up perfectly, and then go ahead and start adjusting your other straps. So you can go to your second, your third, and then again back down to the lower one. The bottom is usually the least important one, but getting this one done first is going to be key. So we're talking about adjustability. The real reason that you're going to bump to the UltraCell is maximum adjustability. And what you can see here in the back of the leg is that you're bumping to a BOA system. Now the BOA system we've seen in snowmobile boots, we've seen them in some street motorcycle boots, but really what you get here is you get this really great way to fine tune how this fits. So you saw that I just popped it out. That releases the system, so that's going to allow me to just move these back, and then you can actually pull these little latches off. But what you'll notice with the BOA system is that it's super easy to fine tune the fit. So these just slip on to the actual little front pieces, they snap down into place, and then you push that dial in and just start cranking that dial down until it's nice and tight. So just for the BOA system alone, I find that these to be a huge upgrade even over the regular cells. The fine tuning of fit with just the BOA system is phenomenal. Joe, turn and face me. And when I say phenomenal, it's just a really secure fit. It's not, I think it's okay to gush about these because they're so damn expensive that if it wasn't phenomenal, that's where I'd be concerned. But the fact that you have such an infinite amount of adjustment is really what makes these so good. Now, on the side, you'll notice you're going to have 2 steel bands running across the top of this, as well as 2 steel bands running across the bottom. On the regular cell, you had 1 steel band on the top, 1 steel band on the bottom. So you're actually doubling the amount of adjustments. And you'll notice that when you get these out of the box, all these adjustment tabs are going to be on the brace. And what you do by adjusting those steel bands is it actually sinks in the top carbon fiber piece, so it really kind of hugs your leg. And then from there, you use the BOA adjustment to cinch down. You'll also notice that you are going to have that adjustment for the hyperextension at your knee as well. And Joe, go ahead and face forward for me. In addition to the adjustments that you're going to have that you can use that little screwdriver to adjust the steel bands, in addition to the BOA, you're also going to have adjustments on the inside here as well. So you can fine tune the fit to make sure that if you want to pull the actual backing out a little bit to better fit you, to be more comfortable, you have that adjustment as well. So again, infinite amounts of adjustment with your leg with this. The one thing that I will note is if you adjust for hyperextension on the outside, you want to make sure that the inner hinge, because you have a dual hinge system for both, is going to be adjusted on the inside as well. So that's where your hyperextension needs to be the same. And there's a little sight glass. You just need to make sure the inside hinge and the outside hinge is set the same. Now you'll notice on both of these, you're going to have this little snap at the bottom. Now I mentioned earlier that Asterisk has a great video on their site, and they do a great job of showing you exactly how to install these. But these little pieces are to be drilled into your boot. So you would actually drill in the snap rivet, you drill a hole in your boot, you would then cut a hole in your pants, you run this through, and this little snap rivet actually locks into your boot. And what this does is that once it's snapped into place and that's held in there, if your leg or if your boot starts going in one direction, it brings the whole brace with you. So you don't have to worry about your boot going one way and then your knee staying straight, which is where you get that tear. This actually brings your whole leg and twists your whole leg to make sure that that force is transmitted all the way up. And that is going to be just something that's going to, again, set Asterisk apart from some of the other competition. It's really the most thought out knee brace that we have seen pretty much across the board as far as adjustability and protection is concerned. But like I said, this is going to be a higher price point for you to consider. Now, from a weight standpoint, when you're looking at the cell, this is around the 1 pound 13 ounce mark. It is going to be heavier when you bump over to the Ultra Cell. Going over to the Ultra Cell, you are getting around the 2 pound 3 ounce mark. But again, you now have 11 points of adjustment, not including the hyperextension adjustment that you're going to have at this. And then you also are getting that BOA system, and that BOA system really allows you to really ratchet down these guards to make sure that they fit you perfectly. Now, when we talk about things that were included in the box, we talked about the Allen key, we talked about the screwdriver, and those are for your adjustments. The other thing that are going to be included are your knee socks. And the one thing that we didn't talk about was that with these knee socks, once you're said and done, you want to fold these down over the top of the brace. So at this point, if you're sold on this one, but you want to see, exactly, what other riders are saying and how they're using it and how they fit it up, you want to go ahead and you want to click that info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there utilizing this brace on their rides. If you are, curious as to, exactly how to adjust and make all the adjustments, that's where I'd, say go ahead and check out the Asterisk video. And then if you want to discuss with one of our gear geeks as to which set of knee braces is right for you, your price point, your style of riding, please feel free to give them a call, 877-792-9455, or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the Asterisk knee braces. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.